Hi there Capricorn, thank you for joining me for your monthly forecast for December. You can be one of the most straightforward, straight-dealing members of the zodiac. Your patience and ability to stick at things for the long term sees you quietly apply yourself to the things that are important to you. But this month begins with the potential for quite a lot of politics. Now when I say politics, the politics could be the politics of yourself. Your own inner world can come under a lot more pressure, and that pressure can come from perhaps a greater sensitivity than you felt for a long time around your thoughts, your personal expression, and even your ideas. You may find yourself being more anxious and being much more susceptible to being concerned about what other people's points of views are. It's going to be therefore very important to build a protective shell around yourself, particularly until at least the 5th, when Venus enters the friendliest part of your scope, and then on the 10th when Mercury joins up with Pluto in your sign. That's really going to help, because Mercury in your 12th solar house for the first 9 days could only add to this sense of anxiety. It's also squaring up with Jupiter in the first week, which can lead to an exaggeration of any thinking that you are undergoing. And why is this all happening? Well, the Sun is combining with Saturn in an extremely tender part of your scope, but in turn they're both combining with the planet of unreality, Neptune. And this really is what welcomes you into the month. There's also a quarter moon on the 3rd, and that too can almost amplify the sensitivity that you're feeling. But once Venus does move, it does move into a really delightful zone. I think you're going to find out this month a lot about the people you can really trust and rely upon. So in some ways there could be some salutary lessons about not necessarily the quantity of friends you have, but more about the quality. And if there are some people around you who are not quite as straightforward and honest and sincere, and basically as much in your corner as you really could need, then I do feel that that can be disconcerting. But equally, there can be lots of rewards and nurturing and lovely exchanges with the people who really count. And that's going to be the story of this month, because I feel the 11th new moon does give you an opportunity to perhaps think about some parts of your life in a new, enlightened way, particularly your emotional situation. But there is a warlike opposition between Mars and Uranus from the 5th through to the 19th, suggesting your determination to have your voice heard may see you be almost recklessly outspoken at times, just at a point when you could feel more tender, as I say, than for a very, very long time. So you need perhaps to count to 10 over any big or contentious subject before being too forceful or outspoken. I think it's going to be important too to understand your nervous system can be revved up. At work, you could find yourself being much more authoritative, but don't forget you need to rest too. And there may be times when you do need to cocoon yourself away, even though this can be a very sociable part of the year. So if you get an invitation that you don't really feel like going to and accepting, well, be true to yourself. Don't be too much of a people pleaser. However, I do feel that once the Sun moves into your sign on the 22nd, it's all going to slot into place really well for you. There is a full moon on Christmas Day, which suggests that if you are someone who's used to organising everyone and having things on your own terms, you just need to stay sensitive that not everybody may necessarily want to conform to your ideas. Uranus also goes forwards from Boxing Day, and the chaotic and almost constant restless scenes in your emotional, family or home situation can also be quelled. As the year comes to a close, Venus enters a very, very sentimental part of your situation, and you may find yourself on New Year's Eve just wanting to think about someone you're no longer with, but if you do, it can be a very enriching opportunity. Wishing you a very happy Christmas. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.